Well guys, here's a video I was not expecting to make. You're looking at a black Madeira fig that has kind of somewhat ripened for me. My black Madeira tree that I've done some videos on this year is in my back garden in my polytunnel, and it's pretty dark out now. I'll just show you here. You can see it in the back garden there. Pretty small polytunnel, a lot cooler than my other bigger polytunnel at the allotment, and that one did put out some figs, but I think it started to produce maybe around the mid-July into, mid-June into July, which is certainly too late for this variety, so I just didn't think they'd ripen up. Anyway, I was out there just 2 seconds ago and I noticed that some of them had fallen off the tree, so I found them on the ground, and you see there's a little bit of darkening on there. They're still green, and so I brought them in, chopped them open. Sure enough, they look like this. So these are nowhere near as ripe as Black Madeira can get. Black Madeira would have like a rich, jammy, juicy interior. You'd have the honey in there, which this doesn't. But you can see that the redness is there, so it has ripened to a certain extent. The outside is still green. We still have it's kind of starting to darken around here, but you know, it's just too cold at the moment and too cool for this to ripen up at all. So I'm going to try these to see what they taste like anyway, and hopefully they taste pretty good. If they don't, at least I know that I can actually get them to be somewhat ripened. But sure, here we go. That's actually pretty good for a very, very underripe fig. That tastes exactly like jam. If you actually had to get a spoonful of maybe a jam that was flavored maybe strawberry mixed with raspberries, blackberries and a few other berries, that's exactly what it tastes like, and it has that consistency as well, that thick gel that you get from a jam. That's actually really, really good. Not super sweet, but very, very nice flavour. So that's there you go. That's quite surprising. Black Madeira ripening outside. I'd kind of given up hope on this tree because I knew it was a late ripening variety. Initially, when I got into growing figs, I just thought, okay, I have a polytunnel. There might be some outside chance I can get them to ripen. And sure enough, I realised that there isn't really. Ideally, I'd need to heat that polytunnel up or give it a head start in the season. But that's definitely given me a bit more hope for this. I was actually just going to cut that tree right back and grab the other varieties onto it. So I think I might just propagate it and keep it in pots, give it a head start every year, and hopefully get to try some more ripe Black Madeira. But that's actually, you know, I have to say that's a really, really, really good find for me, or I don't know, discovery, because at this time of year that they get to that stage of ripeness, I wouldn't have thought, well, I wouldn't have thought that they'd get to that stage of ripeness at this time of year. They fell off, and I just thought they'd be that dried interior that they had. But I mean, I'm happy to eat those, even if they're not the best. But there you go. And Buddy here loves figs too, don't you? There you go. Anyway guys, that's Black Madeira. One to watch.